Hi, and welcome to HungryGamers.com. This is John, and today we're going to be walking you through the parental controls and the privacy settings for the brand new Xbox One video game console. Now, when you first open up your Xbox One, after you've gone through the initial setup and you've downloaded the first day one patch in order to even get to the main dashboard, this is kind of what you're going to see. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and sign in. Now, it is important to understand that the way the family controls are set up with the Xbox One is that it designates between two different types of accounts, adults and children. If you're under the age of 18, you are determined to be a child. And any adult that has an account on the console can change the settings for any child as long as they're part of the family. Now, if that sounds a little confusing, don't worry. We're going to walk you through the steps and show you exactly what we mean. When you first launch the Xbox One, again, you're going to see a setup similar to this. If you don't see settings on any of these little green boxes floating around, or blue or yellow or whatever your color preference was, go ahead and on the controller, you're going to see a small circular button with 3 horizontal lines on it. Go ahead and press that, and you'll see where it says Settings. Now, let's take a look here. So let's take a look at privacy and online safety. There are basically 4 default settings you can choose for privacy: child, teen, adult, and custom. Now, this can apply to your account, and if you're an adult, you can also change any children who are added onto this. So let's take a look at Jonathan, for example. Because he's an adult, we have to sign in as Jonathan to see the rest of the settings. So let's back out of that now. However, if we're going to manage, say, HGO Offspring, which is a child account we've created for this video, you will see that we can go in and we can manage those here. So let's take a look at the options that we have. First off, privacy. Child defaults, more private. Well, what does that mean? Well, it means children can play and download free games, music, videos, and apps, and make game clips of their best moments. Children can see other people's profiles, the content they create, but need a parent in order to add friends. There's other options here, and you can read for yourself. You can either use this as a template or customize it. The same is true for the teen settings, the adult settings, or you can customize it from the ground up. And we'll do that here real quick so you can see what each option is and what they do. Now, there's a lot of options here, so we'll make this brief. Most of them are very self-explanatory, but we'll go over some of the ones that may take a little of explanation. First up is buy and download. Here you can decide what content to allow to buy and download. You can choose anything, only free content, or nothing at all. And for the sake of this video, we're going to select only free content. Joining multiplayer games. I'm sure you might be familiar with games such as Call of Duty, Battlefield. Many other games, not necessarily shooters, have multiplayer components where you can play with other people around the world. This is where you can either allow your child to block or play. Now, this does not mean that you are blocking their audio and video chatting abilities. We'll get to that in a moment. If you just want them to be able to play the game or not at all, this is where you would block it. Using video for communications, you can allow or block. To be able to add friends. Let's say your child hears someone's gamer tag or plays with someone online that they would like to add to the friends list. Well, you can have them be able to do so freely by selecting allow, or you can block it and have them require your permission. To see other people's Xbox Live profiles. This would include their biography, gamer pick, and any other information they've chosen to share with the community at large. See content other people make. This can be anywhere from gameplay videos to photos, things of that nature. You can decide to block or allow. Game clips. Decide to allow or block game clip uploads to the Xbox Live. Share content made using Kinect. This can allow you to decide to allow or block sharing content you create with Kinect outside of the Xbox Live environment. And finally, being able to share on social networks such as Facebook, Twitter, so on and so forth. Now, over here to the right, we see what others can do if people want to interact with you directly. You can choose to let people see if you're online or not, everybody, friends, or block it altogether. If you block it, you will always appear offline. And we're just going to pick friends for today. See what you're watching or listening to. Depending on what you're watching in Netflix or Hulu or listening to in whatever music app you may choose to use, you can decide whether to let people see that you're listening to the Partridge Family or not. Communicate with voice and text. If you're in a multiplayer game and you don't want your kids to be able to hear or read what other people are saying or doing, this is where you can block that. With everybody, just friends, or block it altogether. You can decide who sees your Xbox profile. See what game and applications you've been using, such as Netflix, Vudu, Amazon Marketplace, what games you've been playing, so on and so forth. See your live TV and on-demand video history. See your music history. See your friends list. See your game clips that you make. And see your exercise information if you have any of the Xbox workout applications on the Xbox One. Now that we've taken a look at what the privacy settings can do, let's take a look at the content restrictions. On the original Xbox 360, you had the ability to manage game ratings, movie ratings, TV ratings, and so on and so forth individually. So what you would do is you would select the games you would want, and you could have movies and TV ratings be independent of that. However, with the Xbox One, that is no longer the case. It is now grouped by age level. So let's say you want content that's appropriate up to age 14. You simply select age 14. And as you can see, it's adjusted to games for teens, movies that are PG-13, TV that is 14, and so on and so forth. So let's go down and let's make it a lower age. Let's say age 7. That's going to put us down in the E, G, TV, Youth 7, so on and so forth. Now that we've got that set up, let's go ahead and test it out and see what happens. So as you can see, let's just a quick review. We've had HGO Offspring, and we've set everything to child defaults and appropriate age up to age 7. So let's go ahead and sign in as HGO Offspring. So we're going to go up here to the top where you see the two pictures, and we're going to sign in as HGO Offspring. I see everything's changed. Now, you'll also notice to the right, we have had Rise, Son of Rome, Eminem, and whatnot replaced with Zoo Tycoon and The Little Mermaid. This is because under Settings, we selected the ability under Privacy, Online, and Safety to access content to age 7. Now, let's also take a look at what happens when we try to launch an application that doesn't match our rating system. So, for example, we're going to pop in a game that came out with the Xbox One called Rise, Son of Rome. It is rated M for violence and all kinds of other good stuff. So we're going to pop that in, and you'll see an adult has to enter the passcode. So in this case, we'll pick Jonathan, and we'll log in, and it'll ask if we can give them permission or cancel. And of course, we're going to do cancel. And that is basically how the parental controls function, as well as the privacy controls. If you have any questions or concerns about any of this, please feel free to leave us a comment in the show notes below, and we'll be happy to answer them. Or you can visit us at hungrygamers.com and leave a message for us there as well. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a great rest of the day, and enjoy your Xbox One.